Humanity launched its weapons the moment the alien dragon appeared in the sky. They called him an enemy, but when Earth faced extinction, he did something no one expected. He chose to save the very species that tried to destroy him. The day the sky changed. The day the sky changed, humanity felt it before it understood it. Red and blue clouds twisted unnaturally above Earth, as if the atmosphere itself was wounded. A colossal shadow moved across the heavens, so vast that entire cities were swallowed by darkness in seconds. Radar stations screamed alarms. Satellites blinked out one by one. Military commanders stared at their screens, frozen as the same words flashed everywhere. Unknown threat. Panic spread faster than fire. Social media exploded. Governments rushed into emergency meetings. Within minutes, news channels across the world reached the same conclusion without hesitation. An alien dragon has arrived. Enemy confirmed. The creature hovered silently above the planet. Its body looked forged from living metal, veins of glowing light pulsing across its scales like a heartbeat. Wings wider than mountain ranges stretched across the sky, and its eyes, ancient, watchful, burdened with something far older than Earth itself. Humanity gave the being a name, Draxion. No one tried to communicate. No one waited. Missiles tore into the clouds, leaving burning scars in the sky. Lasers followed. Fleets scrambled. Nuclear options were placed on standby. Every nation wanted to strike first, fearing what would happen if they hesitated. Yet Draxion did nothing. He did not attack. He did not flee. He simply endured. Weapons struck his armored body and dissolved harmlessly, as if he had already calculated every human response centuries ago. Still, the attacks continued. Fear had taken control, and fear does not listen. For hours the sky burned. Then without warning, Draxion descended, not over a city, not over a military base. He landed deep within the endless sands of the Sahara Desert. As his massive body touched the ground, a strange silence fell across the world. And then a voice echoed, not through sound, but directly into human minds. I am not your enemy. But humanity had already decided otherwise. The Guardian who waited. A military unit was deployed to the Sahara within minutes. Tanks, drones, soldiers, every step taken with fingers tight on triggers. Among them was Dr. Aisha Khan, one of Earth's leading xenolinguists, brought in as a last-minute precaution. As the team approached, Draxion remained perfectly still. Aisha felt her chest tighten the moment she looked into his eyes. She expected fury, hatred, hunger. Instead, she saw something far more unsettling. Regret. He's not preparing to attack, she whispered into her comms. He's waiting. Before anyone could respond, the ground trembled violently. The sky above Earth seemed to split open like shattered glass. From deep space emerged massive black shapes, ships, unlike anything humans had ever seen. They moved with cold precision, blotting out stars as they arrived. The Void Reavers. Across the galaxy, their name was spoken only in fear. They did not conquer planets. They erased them. Civilizations were stripped apart and discarded like waste. Human weapons fired instinctively and failed. Reaver ships cut through Earth's defenses with terrifying ease. Cities burned. Shields collapsed. Entire regions went dark. Humanity's most advanced technology meant nothing. Panic turned into despair. Then Draxion moved. With a thunderous beat of his wings, he rose into the sky. Light poured from his body, not fire. Not destruction, but something else entirely. A glowing barrier expanded outward, enveloping a city moments before it was annihilated. Reaver weapons struck the shield and shattered. A soldier stared upward in disbelief. He's protecting us? Draxion roared, and this time his voice filled every radio frequency, every screen, every human heart. I am not your enemy. I am your guardian. And with those words, the truth humanity had ignored finally began to surface. The truth of the universe. As the battle raged above Earth, knowledge flooded human minds, images, memories, truths long buried. Thousands of years ago, when humanity barely understood fire and stone tools, the universe established an ancient law. Every emerging intelligent species would be assigned a guardian, not a ruler, not a god, a watcher, a protector. Draxion was Earth's guardian. His duty was to observe silently, never interfering, allowing humanity to grow, struggle, and learn on its own. Only when an extinction-level threat appeared, one that violated the universal law, was he allowed to act. The Void Reavers had broken that law. Now Draxion fought alone against them. The sky became a battlefield beyond imagination. Draxion tore through enemy ships, his movement slow but unstoppable. For every strike meant for Earth, he placed himself in the way. Plasma blasts shattered his scales. Explosions ripped through his wings. Each blow weakened him. Pull back! Aisha screamed over open channels.
You'll die!
Draxion turned his massive head toward her. Despite the destruction around him, his eyes were calm. And then, impossibly, he smiled. Guardians do not measure life in years, he said softly. They measure it in purpose. With every remaining ounce of strength, Draxion gathered his energy. The light around him intensified, brighter than the sun itself. The Void Reavers realized the danger too late. The ultimate sacrifice. Draxion released everything. A single universe-shaking burst of energy tore through space, engulfing the Reaver fleet. Ships disintegrated instantly, but the blast did not stop there. It followed their signal paths, racing back through hyperspace. In one moment, the Void Reavers' empire ceased to exist. Silence followed. The sky cleared. Fires stopped falling. Earth survived. But Draxion fell. His massive body crashed gently onto the desert sands, the glow fading from his scales. Around the world, people stopped moving. Soldiers lowered their weapons. Civilians emerged from shelters, staring at the sky in disbelief. Aisha ran to him and dropped to her knees. "We were wrong," she said, tears streaming down her face. "We thought you were our enemy." Draxion's voice was barely more than a whisper now. "You feared the unknown," he replied. "That is natural." His body began to dissolve, turning into particles of golden light. "But you learned," he continued. "And that is enough." The light lifted into the air and scattered across the atmosphere like stardust. Draxion was gone. Earth after the dragon. Earth was never the same. Nations reconsidered their borders. Wars slowed. Cooperation replaced suspicion slowly but undeniably. Humanity had witnessed something greater than itself. Sacrifice without expectation, protection without reward. Space exploration resumed, not with fleets of conquest, but with humility. Humanity introduced itself to the galaxy not as warriors but as caretakers. And every year, on the anniversary of the day the sky changed, people gather and look upward. Some swear that on clear nights, a massive shadow drifts peacefully among the clouds, watching, guarding, a reminder that Earth was never alone and never truly unprotected.